Welcome to Wednesday, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is a bonus stream. And we are on the Citadel Minecraft server, which is almost 5 years old now. Wow, time really does fly. It's a vanilla server with a couple of data packs and things like that to help make quality of life a little bit easier for those on the server. And I run a map mod because it's cool, because I want to. And we run Fabric for performance purposes. I don't normally go through the entire spiel when I start a stream, but we've had a lot of questions the last few streams, so I thought I'd clear that up. Sweet Sandy is kicking around. I don't know. 90827. I get a question about folks that have like long numbers in their usernames too. Soupful is here for the bonus stream. Thanks very much, Soupful. And I think I saw Dang Rice here as well. How's it going, Dang? How's it going? So, question about the usernames with the numbers. Do you expect a streamer to read out the numbers all the time? Or even the first time? Or are the numbers an expected, I had to put these in because I couldn't get the name I wanted because it was only 3 letters long? Is that how that works? Everybody's saying no. And then yes. Because the nose came first, I'm going to go with that. Also, special announcement. Sweet Sandy did a stream today. So shout out to Sweet Sandy. Yes, Sandy, feel free to shout out yourself because I think you're the only mod here right now. Little birdie told me that it went well. So that's great. I'm glad that you were able to do that. That's great. Congrats. And thanks as always for modding. So, where are we? We are in the medieval town of West Hill, and we are in the community of Lowtown, which is here in the south on the low-lying ground around the river. And we left off the last time we streamed here. I think, yeah, we basically left without knowing what we were going to do for this house. And spoiler, I still don't know what I'm going to do for this house because I wasn't planning on streaming today. So we're going to try a bunch of stuff. I think the mushroom is going to go. Or at the very least, the jungle is not staying. I don't think I want to make the whole thing dark oak. I feel like it's a little bit too dark, maybe. The obvious choice would be to attempt to use just planks if we wanted to do that. Or maybe we can do some barrels. We'll see. I think spruce logs are going to be too odd looking. And I guess we could try some of those as well. So let's try it on the side where there's a little bit more going on. So we could, oh, that's the wrong way. Could do the whole thing in barrels. Or we could do the bottom part of it in barrels. And then have other stuff on the top parts. I don't mind the barrels like that. We'd have to flip them upside down so they don't look like barrels. I'd imagine that's probably the better way to put them rather than on their sides. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think barrels are a possibility? We tried composters last stream, and they're a little bit too red and saturated, unfortunately. Although we were trying them at the top. I don't even know where do I have any? Yes, I do. I think that they'd be too saturated across the bottom here as well. Yeah, I don't think that's where I want to go with it. I think it's that it's a good texture to use. It's just that it's not good for this build, I think is the issue. Plus, it limits us with not being able to do things like windows very well. Because you can't... I wish you could turn these upside down because they have an interesting bottom texture. But... oh, crap. I totally just murdered my roof. Yeah, they have an okay bottom texture, but it doesn't really go with anything else. At the risk of having an awful lot of spruce around, I feel like at least the barrels create a different texture, so it separates it from this. The question then remains, what do we do up here? And I feel like here we might be better off to do our logs, maybe. Should make some more barrels. Yeah, the barrels make a nice border. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Long time no see. Steven and I went to the gym this morning. I'm probably going to be sore tomorrow, but I'm here for it. It's fine. Was there anything else over here of the brown variety that we might want to try out? I'll try the light gray. Try that. Soul sand is going to just look like soul sand. I feel like I don't want to go darker. And outside of actual dirt blocks, I can't really think, excuse me, of much more that's brown. I sort of wish you could search blocks by color rather than randomly scrolling through. I didn't think about dripstone. We could try that. So out of shape. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like a nap is needed, Steven? Yeah, we tried a bunch of terracotta, but it's too bright most of the time. The brown terracotta is very saturated. I've got a terracotta bin out there. I'll look, but I also have a dripstone bin in here somewhere. We could also try iron blocks. There we go. What's in there? Brown mushroom. Copper's gonna look too metal. It's a funny way to say that. Calcite's too bright. Those are all empty. And this is just clay and bricks. I imagine it would be too bright, but we'll try maybe a hay bale. Ah, beehive. That's a good call. That's a good call. I think I have some of those. I might, if we decide on beehive, I may have to go to Alistair's bee farm. I don't have any. I don't have any more honeycombs. I've got honeycomb blocks. I don't have any honeycombs. I should we should install a data pack that lets me craft those back into honeycombs. That would be very convenient. If I had one, I guess it would be kept in there, or it's maybe in one of the other boxes. There might be one in the oak box. What was it? Hay bales. Hay bales. Somewhere there's one. Does anybody wish that you could make blocks out of all the vegetables? Just for whimsy. Like, I think it would be kind of fun to have a potato block and a carrot block and a beet block. Do I have any tips about getting better at building? Yeah, hang out here for the next couple hours and you'll probably pick up a few things. That's a pretty general question. I would say follow folks that play Minecraft that you like their builds and watch them build and kind of just like, don't just watch for the entertainment value, like watch with the intention of like learning something and taking it in. Let's try the light gray terracotta. That's got too much purple in it. Let's try dripstone. That's a little bit better. That has a little bit more of a, as if it's like it's an old stick thatch. It has a little bit more of a vibe to that. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try it anyway. You know, it's not awful. It's not terrible. If we did it, we would probably do it the way on the left. And this is going to look like baked beans, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm really torn between that and this, but we're going to check out the beehive. Oh, look, I do have some beehives. Do they have different textures? So we'd have to be careful how we place them. So which do we don't? We don't like this one. Good call on the beehives. Who was that? Steven and somebody else mentioned it at the same time. Meatless Jerky. It's a great username. Wow. Oh, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. We can also do beehives down here too. Bean blocks? Yeah, these. They look, if there's too many of them together, it looks like beans. If you back up far enough, it looked like beans. I can't unsee it. It's a fine texture. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like when you see a face in something, you can't really get past it. Cartography tables do have a blank side, but it very much depends on which way they're facing. And I can never remember which direction that is. I might have some. We'll find out. Where would I have them if I had them? It's probably easiest just to make them, which means I need to find paper. Do I have sugarcane out here? I don't. I think I've got paper inside. It's too bad, Sweet Sandy. I really wish that all of the profession blocks were directional. Like those beehive. Well, I mean, the beehive's not a professional block, but barrels. Barrels are a good example. Barrels are very flexible. Somewhere here I've got rockets and paper or something. Gunpowder. There we go. 1, 2. I think it's just 4 of these. Did I not make more? Yes, I did. Pretty sure it's just this, right? Yeah. So it's on the 2 wrong sides. These are the 2 insides, and these are the 2 outsides. I wish you could change that. I really wish you could change that. I would be tempted to give it its own like a custom texture, but then like if anybody walks by that doesn't have my texture pack, then it doesn't look good. Copper ore block wouldn't work. No, I don't want it to look like metal. I'm I'm really tempted with the that right now. I think the two that I like the most are the beehives, and I'm tempted to change the whole roof into beehives. Like even to put them along there, just to break that up a bit. Let's see what that looks like. I need more of those. This is going to involve a trip to Alistair's, I can tell. If we do beehives, I don't think we're going to be putting them down here. I think it's all going to be up top. Still not thrilled that this is not lower. Yeah, you know what? I think 3 beehives there would be great. We're going to have to go get some, though. Alright, well that's on the shopping list. Still really tempted by the thatch, though. Let's just try it. The whole thing. Oh. Be careful. Destroying my things. So if we did this, we would probably do it that, no, other way. I like the beehives better, I think. What is it, a hoe? Don't have one. Good call on the beehives. And then I think maybe the barrels are a good starting point. Down here. But if we turn them upside down, then we get that texture. I think is better. I think that's good. Sure. And then the floor. This one, we've been doing a lot of stone. This one I want to make wood. I think we'll make a wood floor. Probably spruce, which is going to be an awful lot of spruce. I feel like this is going to be too light. Plus it looks kind of new and shiny. Yeah. Although I've used this before. If we dirty it up, it's not so bad. There's There's a... Yeah, planks are a little bit better. Still, I feel like spruce is going to be the better choice. Oh, glow lacquer wouldn't look good at all. Wrong color entirely. A barrel on the side with the bottom facing out. No, because then the barrel top is going to be on the inside. I'd have to cover that up with like... I'd have to cover it up with trapdoors or something on the inside, so won't be doing that. I guess for now, we'll just do spruce planks, and then I will change it up a little bit later. Unless, I don't think this was a good floor. We might be able to get away with some of that. Maybe if we had something in the corner like fish or something hanging up, we could make the bottom part look gross, perhaps. That could sort of work. Could put something there. Maybe I'll leave that there just in case we want to try something with it. We have to fix these barrels. That's not the right way. I don't think we're going to need this. I'm probably going to end up with... Do I want a stair there? I think I want the stair there. Facing the way. My initial thought was to have the stair right in front of the door. Like I was thinking it would be cool to have the stair here. Which we still could do. But I think it might look cool to do this. And then... Because then we could use this for like storage and stuff. I don't even know what this is. I guess with two doors, it's not going to be... I don't think it's going to be a house. It's probably going to end up being some sort of storage area. However, does that... Okay, so that's not the same wall. We can remove this and either keep the texture from the adjoining house and maybe hide some of it, or make our own walls. Let's put those up there. I don't mind that that's cobble. I think I've mentioned that before. I think that actually looks okay. We'll add some other textures to it, but one of these walls being stone is actually fine. So that means that more than likely we're going to want to continue down with the dark oak parts, because I think that's what that is outside. Yeah. Free ink. So if we see that, we would have to bring those up full to the top. What's behind this? Oh, those are the trapdoors. Sweet. Okay. So we could keep those if we wanted to. Because this is visible? Yeah. Okay. And if we did that, I'd be tempted to put one there as well. So then we can kind of keep a little bit of the gray, so it's not all wood. The wood outside is what we'll focus on, and then the inside wood, or insides, will have some stone to it. More than likely some tough. Oh, I need another beehive, so I'm going to need at least 4 beehives. Gives us more room in here too, which is good. And I feel like we would more than likely cover this up. It's hard with the shift in the layout. Drop some stuff off. Legomolas, hello, welcome in. Oh yeah, directional profession blocks would really help. If folks want to bring any other friends in, there's a tweet out there at Joel Duggan on Twitter. You can retweet that, share that around. Or just, text a friend. Say, hey, Joel's live. You'll like him. Pretty chill. Guess I'll keep some of that. I'm going to put that. Oh, that's the wrong box. This is the one I'm looking for. Mushrooms, terracotta. We never tried the mushroom stem. More stairs on the inside here. And trapdoors. Oh, that's tricky. We're not going to be able to hide that. Well, we could lower this. Well, that doesn't really work, does it? think I'm going to go for mostly tough. See what that looks like outside. I do notice that I kind of want to go out that way. So maybe the stair in the corner there is not the best idea. Maybe we have to split the difference and put that there. If we do that, though, I feel like we'll have to do something else along the bottom. I agree, Soupful. Mushroom stem and spruce are nice together. I'm going to try a little bit of mushroom stem up here. But I've used it before. No, it's too bright and fancy looking for this particular build. Looks good, just not for here. Trapdoor. There are times I wish we could put stairs in the corners. I'm sure, Steven, you've run into that as a avid stair user. And I think we can maybe line this top part with what looks like a beam. So that's going to be a beehive. What do we do with that? I mean, I guess we could just put another support in just to eat up that space. Actually, I quite like that. That, or we do it with the dark. I think that's better. If I put the top piece in wrong. It's too bad we can't change those. Yeah, because that's tied over from the other build. We could change those ones. I wonder if I change one of these. It looks fine in here. But does it look okay in here? No, I think we'll stick with the oak for now. You know what? I feel like that may be a slab. Be better. There we go. Oh, no, wait, that doesn't. It works there, but it doesn't work there. I'd like to be able to see the beehive there. And here... I think that works. They do look really tiled, don't they? It's the only thing. Pensive Elephant, good to see you again. Welcome in. Always nice to see that Earth Keystone badge. Hey, love the Spawn Chunks, first time in a chat, or I catch a stream, says the Mr. Noob Zero. Welcome in, Mr. Noob. Thanks for listening to the Spawn Chunks. I'm glad you like that. We had a fun conversation this Monday about whether or not Minecraft has spoilers. Was good. Was good, was good. Yes, we want the crossbeam, I think. I'm tempted to turn this all into spruce. I'm out of spruce logs. We are probably going to have to farm some spruce today. I don't know what looks better. I don't like these connections. We're probably going to change these back. Just don't know what to do about that, because a stair here, even though these are spruce, a stair here of any kind just kind of really sticks out. Kind of wants to take your head off. I like that better. Although maybe we'll change the direction. A dark oak beehive in the middle, though, or that's just gonna. It gets very stripy. It's too bad because, like we were saying, like directional blocks, like the bottom of the beehive and the top of the beehive has such great textures. It's too bad that we can't place beehives like you can place logs, you know, and get the bottom, or like barrels, and get the bottom to shoot out, because that would be the best option. We could also put up either that or this in place of a couple of beehives. To break it up a little bit. Obviously, planks work better. That eliminates the beehive there. I think we don't want it there. No, it's too bright. So then the beehives are just going to go 1, 2, 3, I think. Right along there. I think the other ones are all hidden, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to fix that somehow. I don't think you could do it as a data pack soupful. I could be wrong. It's probably more of a texture pack thing. If it was a data pack, it would also require a custom texture pack. It would be similar to, I think, what would be needed for something like Chuck tables and chairs. Be my guess. I like that a lot better with a couple of planks in there. What do you think? Like even if I took out this top one? Where did that go? Did I pick it up? Did I have 2 before? It's frustrating that I'm 1 beehive short. I mean, it's alright. We'll go for a walk to Alistair's and steal some honeycomb. Actually, before I do that, I guess I should just check to see whether a couple of beehives here are going to look good. Fitty map or Fitty map pudding. Welcome in. An odd username. And actually, if we chop that out, put that there, then I have precisely the right amount of beehives. Funny how it looks a lot better with like 6 of them than it does with 3 of them. Let's try the other way around. It is really bright, isn't it? I think I might leave it there and then we'll change this. So maybe I don't need to go get more right now. That's good, because I'd rather do that in between streams. What about a couple of different textures like that? Oops. It's that, or maybe we add some trapdoors. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So that breaks that up. And we don't have to go get more beehive stuff, so that's good. think we're all square in here. It's just a matter of doing the floor texture. Well, obviously, and I don't think I'm going to keep these. Floor texture, and obviously we need to figure out what's going on. But this is not going to be... This is not going to be a house to live in. I think it's going to be more like a... Like maybe a place to come get your fish, you know? So think like barrels. Is there anything that's going to look like fish? Because we can do this thing where you can put a block and then put like trapdoors around it. And it looks like a barrel of stuff. Right? Maybe it's a big old barrel of worms, fish bait, that kind of thing. But is there anything we can do that is going to be like, or some other block that would look good in that sort of realm? Store nets and fishing rods. I guess we could have fishing rods up in the wall somewhere. I could put a fishing rod in the hand of an armor stand. Because I've got the armor stand data pack. Use prismarine in my world for buckets of fish. Prismarine. Okay, yeah, I can sort of see that. Any other suggestions? It would have to be a pretty bright block, I guess. Coral won't work, it'll be too tropical. I like what we've got the dripstone. The dripstone looks like stuff. The dripstone block looks like stuff. The iron block might also work. The one that looks like beans. The block of raw iron. Ice would also be another good one. Try one of those. And do I have... I guess we'd have to go with packed ice so it doesn't melt. Not that we can't just have a bucket of water in there as well. Oh, I meant to grab prismarine. All of my boxes. My shulker box has got 3 things left in it. Prismarine. I think the thing to do is going to be to temporarily move that, and we'll put the prismarine and the ice and this, and then we'll just that does look like fish, doesn't it? Well, we can have 2 because I do really like that. We can put another one somewhere over there. We could even have a big one, like a big bin. If that was smaller, it would work. Yeah, I think we'll leave... Good call on the prismarine. I think we'll leave that there. Oh, that had a crate next to it, didn't it? These are my note blocks, by the way. For people that are wondering. So that's a no for that. Whoop. And then yes for this. But maybe we put that there. Then we can do that. And then I could also do like a big crate maybe? Ooh, what if this was higher? Yeah. And then that was there. Be a lot of trapdoors. But we could have the whole thing be prismarine. Isn't it supposed to animate? Oh, it is. Okay, it is changing. You know what we could do? We could put prismarine slabs and waterlog them. That could work quite well. Let's try that. Raw copper might work too. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll grab 4 of those as well. Everything else in here is going to be too much like other things. Same idea with some of these other things. Like I kind of wish we could make Nautilus shell blocks or Heart of the Sea blocks. Like not anything far-fetched, but just like take existing things in the Minecraft, like potatoes, in the same way that you can make honey blocks. You know, like it's kind of cool. It would be, because imagine what a nice beige, earthy looking block, like a potato block would be. I think it would be a nice in-between for things like mushroom blocks and stuff like that. I have copper. What does this look like in a barrel? We can't make slabs out of it, but it certainly looks like something. I would say that looks more like produce, though. Like tomatoes, maybe? Or red peppers? Orange peppers? Those are all too bright. Oh, are there any blocks in here that would look good? Maybe some of these beehives, like a bait and tackle. Maybe one of those. I need to figure out how to change the texture on these little mini blocks. Sweet Sandy, first hour of the stream has passed. Time for break. Yes, it is indeed. You are correct. So before we finish this up, if you're new to the channel, I take a break once an hour. It is that time right now. Super, super simple. I run a couple of ads to help support the stream. I step away for 5 or 6 minutes. You don't miss anything because, of course, I'm not here. And we'll be back with more Minecraft in just a little bit. And take the opportunity to go grab a friend. Bring him in. We'll see you in just a bit. Jess Plays MC, welcome in. Everything is great except for now I want bacon. And it's your fault. Accept this responsibility with pride. I almost bought bacon today. The problem with buying bacon when you're on a Costco trip is that you can't just buy a pound of bacon. You have to buy 4 pounds of bacon. I live by myself. I don't need 4 pounds of bacon. And yes, I know I can freeze it, but still. I barely can get through a pound of bacon before it goes. It has to get frozen or you know, eaten or whatever. Maybe I'll try to go to the market this weekend and get some like fresh bacon or something. You should buy bacon the next time we go to the gym. The problem with buying bacon at the grocery store is that it's so expensive. It's like $8 a pound or something. All right, back to this. This may not work. I don't know if this is going to look good. It may not be worth it. You may, well, you guys, I guess you can see it from this door, but just barely. So this may not be the best way to do this. What do we think? Do we like that? Or would it be better to have like a full plethora of, I kind of like the waterlog, I think. Okay, so I mean like good bacon. I think you can get it maybe for $6.99 a pound, but it's $7.99 a pound at Superstore. Sobeys bacon is terrible. It's always thin as paper and terrible. This is going to be very local for anybody that's from the Maritimes. The Atlantic Superstore. The best bacon that I've had, it's either Maple Leaf from Superstore or I don't know what. I guess it's just Kirkland is the Costco brand. Slabs are better? I think so too. I think so too. We'll do a full. We'll try it. But yes, I would agree. I think slabs are better. We could even double up and do a slab down there too. That way we'll be able to see what's going on. So if we do that, we could even do a stair in there maybe? I don't know. All right, I could leave those down. Bucket. There. And there. So then we could do maybe the full prismarine down there. That sort of makes sense. Or I could use this and make more slabs. And we could do this down here too. Can't really see it that well, but it's fine. Oh, stupid. Well, that's kind of cool. The fact that it goes at an angle. That will change when we update to 118.2. But that's kind of cool. I think we're going to have to hang a lantern somewhere nearby so that this is very lit up. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see much. Maybe we'll hang a lantern like right from here. Alive versus dead. We're not talking about slabs of bacon. Nice. That's the bean block. The closest we got to bacon blocks. That would be hilarious. Can you imagine if you could make bacon blocks in Minecraft? That would be fun. Now I really want bacon. What do we like the full prismarine block there, or do we like the water there? I think maybe the full prismarine block might be a nice shift rather than having two surfaces of water. I feel like having the fish block in there looked the best. Yeah, I think that's cool. Nice little splash of color too. Now, along here, I think is where we can put those fishing rods. And I want to see what a fishing rod looks like when it's in the hand of an armor stand. And I think we'll go with at least 2. And I also have to figure out if I have any salmon, because I think we should put maybe some stuff out here. And then I don't really have any more room in here for anything. So could put a barrel there. I'm tempted to put like a full-on counter there. But then that feels kind of funny. Yeah, that really makes that stand out, doesn't it? I'm worried that this is getting a little bit too fancy. Shame you can't put fish in a cauldron. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've got the I'm gonna have a an armor stand thing here, I think. I do kind of like this. I feel like maybe we do this. I'm also tempted to make this dark oak instead. That does look better. I'll leave those. I like that. And we'll use... Oh, I already had some. These, of course. We might be able to squeeze in a window up there, too. What's the top? I think it looks okay. Definitely breaks up that a little bit. Although, I don't know. Do we like that? We could reverse it. We could put it closer to the outside here. I don't think so. Oh, that was tough, wasn't it? If it was a slightly bigger building, we can get away with it, I think. I actually think that that might be better off as a regular trapdoor. It's just a little bit too bright and distracting. I think that helps a little bit. I think I decided to keep this high because I didn't want it too low. That's fine. I like that a little bit better. These feel very plain for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, I mean, dark oak trapdoors, you can't really help, but they always look a little bit funky. Okay, we need doors. I need less in my inventory. I need that. We'll need 2 doors. And this is going to go here. Cool. So now all we have to do is rough things up in here a bit. And maybe we can get away with making things look a little wet in places. What's a good... We used to be able to use dark oak, but we can't do that anymore because it's too dark now. So I don't know what we could do to make the floor look wet. Jungle, maybe? Yeah, that's a possibility. It'll have a little bit of green in it anyway. None of the terracottas are really going to work. I don't think jungle planks would look good. They won't look wet, but we might be able to add some texture there. Composters won't work. There's not a lot that we can really put in there. No such thing as mossy wood. Yet. Mojang. Yet. So we're going to try jungle and jungle planks. I think the jungle planks are just going to stand out too much. You know what? That's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a little bit bright. This works okay though. Oh, except for you have to be careful placing it funny. Maybe not there. There's only so many textures that you can fit in here. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too much. Jungle bark looks good though. There are no helicopters in medieval Minecraft, but there certainly is one going over my house right now. Yes, this is a very, very poor part of town. We are in what I'm calling Low Town, which is this kind of peninsula here that's surrounded on 3 sides by the river. Here, I'll give you a quick actual view. So that's where we are right now, and this whole area is going to be similar to this. It'll be a little bit more built up in the places that are like here and here, closer to the little square place. But everything along the river, anything along here specifically by the river is going to be very functional. So like you'll see, like this one over here, it's like a grain silo. So we've got, you know, grain and stuff inside. This isn't a house. It's just more of like a functional storage building for guarding the bridge. So like anything that's right on the river, with the exception of maybe these ones, is going to have more of a function to it. So that's kind of bugging me a little bit. Maybe we'll switch these around. And then we'll move this. I want to fit another texture in here, but I'm concerned it's going to look too much like the log on the wall. Yeah, I think that's good. I do want to maybe change what's underneath the door, which is annoying. Does anybody else wish that doors, like trapdoors, if you broke the door, the block underneath them, I wish they would stay afloat. I think that would be more helpful. I think what I actually want here is one of these. I think. Whoops. Oh, crap. Annoying. Yeah. Cool. So now it's on to the armor stands for the fishing poles. And of course we have to connect things up front. Oh, and we also have to look to see if we can put one of these down. It's a little on the bright side. That's a little on the light side too. If I have any mini barrels, that would be the way to go. Okay, so we need at least one lantern, maybe two, and some armor stands. Mrs. Two Bits, it is a Vanilla Tweaks data pack that you can download. vanillatweaks.net, I think. If you do bang packs in chat, I think you'll get a link. I really should brush up on all my packs so I know exactly what goes where. Okay, keep the coarse dirt. Keep the bucket. Armor stands, at least two. Fishing rods. Need some string. Oh, that's a filter stick. I was like, why is that not working? Yeah, it's a filter stick. Oh, that's for mod packs. Maybe it's resources? Or bang textures maybe? I'm gonna need the armor stand book. And I don't think I have any salmon. So we're gonna have to go, we're actually gonna have to go collect some salmon. Sticks. Yeah, there should be some salmon around here somewhere, I'm sure. Hey, look, salmon. Dun 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 dun. It even had a chime. That's great. Run for your life. Feel like that should be enough. Oh, I got a salmon head. I got two. That's great. Was anybody else watching the opening to Hermitcraft and Grian was wearing, or somebody was wearing a cod head, and I kept on thinking it was Grian because his head does look very much like the cod head, which I find very funny. I had the better camera mod installed, but it looks awful when you have Elytra on. It really messes around with your perspective. Iskall, he had all kinds of heads on. But yeah, the cod head looks very similar. It was basically someone that had the cod head on, and then Grian was also in the shot, and I just kind of went, wow. It's a little A little uncanny. Do we know if I don't know what the difference in terms of texture is, so we're gonna cook 2 of those. I guess we could put a fish head somewhere in the build. That could be kind of funny. Unfortunately, these won't stack anymore because they're now called player heads instead of beehives, which is really annoying. But I was looking for a barrel specifically, and it does not look like we have one. Mental note: if we see the wandering trader and he has barrels, we should get mini barrels. What do these look like side by side? It's actually a great way to add some variation to it. Good stuff. You're gonna need more than 2 armor stands. Flight test. It is a data pack from vanillatweaks.net. There are texture packs and data packs, and they don't really change a whole lot. They don't tend to add a lot to the game that changes gameplay, but there are some fun things. You can turn the mob head stuff into like a mini game on your server too. You know, collect first one to collect all the heads or use them as currency. The hard part about them is that, like I said, when you place them down, you can't then restack them, so it becomes an inventory nightmare. That's for sure. Go with 6 just for now. My armor looks like modern art. Yeah. Oh, I've got a weird texture. Is it the cape thing? How come? Is that a Minecraft cape on the Elytra? Is that what that is? Because my Elytra texture, where do you change? There it is. Cape. Yeah. Okay. That's my normal Elytra texture. It's a weird sort of, I don't know what you want to call it, tech wings. I wanted to make something custom, but I've just never gotten off my butt to do it. But currently, I think with the gold helmet and the plaid shirt, I feel like the cape looks better. Lol's Luzzy, the town is going very well, thank you. Just cracked what I wanted to do here, thanks to chat suggesting beehives and oakwood up there. Or they suggested beehives, I came up with the oakwood. And on the inside, we've got this cool prismarine, waterlogged prismarine that looks like fish in a barrel. And now we're going to add fishing rods, I think, to the armor stands. So we're going to put down an armor stand. We're going to use the book to say, show arms. And we're going to give it fishing rod. And then we have to somehow make that look like it's hung on the wall. There is a way to do this in Ottawa line. Tool flat on surface, tool rack. Align an armor stand with a tripwire hook on the wall above it so that the tool held by it appears to be hanging up. Also looks like the armor stand and disables all slots except for the main hand. Okay, so we've done this before. And we used it to hang bows in this little barracks complex. How's that for flying? And it looks like that. I don't know if that's really going to work for fishing rods. I mean, we can give it a go. Worst comes to worst, we just change the armor stand. Oh, tripwire hook not found. We need tripwire hook. No, I don't have any. Okay, then. And it's planks, I think, right? All good flight tests. Be sure to take care of your schoolwork. There's always the VODs, as Sandy pointed out on the Joel Duggan YouTube VOD channel. Or I should say it's youtube.com/Joel Duggan VODs. So we can do this, and then it should detect, and it's upside down. Okay, so I wish there was an undo button, but unfortunately there is not. We'll have to... Yes. Can you reset them? Pointing, blocking. Resets. Okay, easiest thing is probably just going to be break the arm stand. So I feel like the easiest thing here is going to be to swap the arm slots. There we go. And then we need to rotate 45 degrees that way. And again. And then I want to be able to raise the arm. Head, feet. I don't understand what what all this does. Points selected appendage at head or feet. Oh, I see. Okay. Pose adjustment. That is the left arm. And we want it to go, I guess, up in the Y. Oh no, that rotates it. Never mind. So if that rotates it, it rotates it on the x-axis. Aha! And then I feel like if we rotate it on the z-axis, it's going to be too much. No, I want that back. No! I really wish that the book wasn't something that I could... Thank you. I'm going to sleep here. Yeah, I need to rewatch the video from Zombie Cleo. You can let me sleep. We really don't want that creeper to blow anything up. It is really confusing. I feel like a lot of these data packs, as cool as they are, they're often written by programmers and then they don't offer any explanation because they know how to use them. There's not a lot of like user interface intuitive stuff. As a graphic designer too, it gets frustrating. Do I have anything that needs repairs? The axe. Hi there. That's not intimidating at all. Jeez. All right. Do I want to try to rotate that? I guess I should. It's on the Z-axis, but it won't tell me by how much. That didn't work. The angle step set for adjusting the stand rotation is also used for the pose adjustment. The angle step set. Oh. So if I go 5 degrees and then this should be. Why won't this work? Worked that time. Good, good, good. And then we just have to nudge it. I don't think I'm going to use the trip bar hook. We could probably just have it stay there. Actually, you know what we could use? The sign. Yeah, there we go. And then we just have to back this up, and that is, it is in -Z. The horrible thing is we're going to have to do this again if I want 2 of them. So we'll go nudge -8. That was the wrong way. I said Z, I meant, or Z, and I meant X. And I did the wrong way. I really wish Minecraft coordinates were way more intuitive. Come forward a bit. Maybe back a bit more. Nope. Give that back. All right. Styles. No to gravity. And nudge will go. There we go. And then we'll hide it. And lock it. I don't know if we want to do two. What do we think? Just one fishing rod? I feel like there should probably be two. It'd make the most sense. Do we do two on top of each other, or do I try to squeeze in another one there? Well, at least we know that if we do it this way, we can. That's styles. Show arms. And then rotation 45. And then it was the arms. Left arm. Was it this one? Ah. And then we have to go rotation 5 degrees. And then back to this, and it was the Z axis. Once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. Oh, you never used it, Sweet Sandy? It's a lot of fun. It's just, it's a lot of work. You do get, once you get things going, it's cool. Nudge, positive, there we go. Nudge, positive 8. We got some Z fighting going on. Okay, so we'll switch that. What's the easiest way? That looks good. I wonder if instead of moving it forward, maybe what I'll do is bring it to, that is negative Z. So a little far. I'll do no to gravity. I'll go one more down. There's a certain level of good enough, I think, where your brain just kind of says, that'll do. And I think we're at that point. Styles. No. Lock. I think that works. Certainly gets the point across. So the other thing I wanted to do is put some fish down, and I don't think I want to do it like this. I think I would rather have fish kind of like piled up. Although that doesn't look too bad. That's probably the easiest thing to do. I just want to have more than one in the middle, right? Like I'd like to have a couple, but then you can't do that. Right? So to figure out something. Maybe this is a good spot for a tripwire hook. Was that the cooked one? That's the cooked one. Yes, you can make the item frame invisible if you use the book. The book has it, so you go to item frames and you say invisible item frame, and it goes boink. The problem is it puts it really flat, and then you can't move it after that. I don't think. You can rotate it, but you can't raise it up, I don't think. So like +1. No, it doesn't do anything. Plus, I feel like it's a little bit bigger if you put it in the hand. I don't know if that was I don't know if it gets any bigger up there. I feel like it's about the same. It's about the same. Yeah, it does look really flat. But you can do, I think if you do the item frame, so like if we get rid of this, right, and we put an armor stand here, then you can do the same thing. You can show arms, yes. You can give it the cooked thing, and then you can say preset. One of them was a flat on surface. Item on surface, item flat on surface, tool flat on surface. So item on surface. It does that, which is not terribly useful, but if we also do item flat on surface, oh, it used that one. So that one is not as flat, right? So if I just focus on this one, it's the closest one that you have. But then, of course, you lose it and it goes through the ground because Minecraft. I have no idea where that went. It's in a block somewhere. Oh, it's in the barrel. We need to go a little bit higher. Sorry, this is not the most riveting riveting stuff. We'll go -8. Keeps on moving the wrong one. So yeah, I was hoping to do a little bit more with that, but I think the easiest thing to do won't let me break it. Okay. No. I feel like the styles should be in alphabetical order. So one thing we could do with the armor stand is I could try the whole. Well, one, we could try the whole tool thing. Styles, yes. Not what I wanted. Okay. All right. I will figure this out another time. I don't want to spend the entire stream just noodling with this stuff. So we will do this for now with the item frames. With just a mental note that I've got salmon in here for decoration. And we will come back. That's a big fish, man. I'll leave that hook there for now, too. But I quite like this. I think the inside looks great. And Sandy says, believe it or not, it is time for another break. I believe it, Sandy. With all the work we've had to do with these armor stands. Does not surprise me. So, if you're new to the channel, then I'm going to run and take another break. Good opportunity to grab a friend or grab a snack or both. Bring them on in. And when we come back, there'll be more Minecraft. I do run a few ads on the breaks, but no worries. You're not going to miss anything because I'm not here. I'm eating up my coffee or doing whatever. And I think what we'll try to do is finish up the dock there, and then we'll try working on one of those other builds next door. Be right back. Okay, so we're not going to worry about the armor stands anymore. Thank you, Sweet Sandy. Good to be back. Not that I was away that long. So we can toss a few of these things in here. Armor stands can go back. Iron can go back. Statue book can also go back. I think we're good. Hey Joel, I'm a regular listener of the Spawn Chunks. Thanks very much. And finally decided to watch the stream for a little bit. Had to see the town I've been hearing about for the past year. May you do a small Elytra flyover? Sure. So this is the part that I worked on for about the last year or so. This is the market area. With the inn, blacksmith, barn. And then we've got carpenter shops and the apothecary coming around this way. And then the bridge covers over the river. There's like warehouses, and then there's like the barracks and stuff over there. And then up here, this is the more recent stuff. We've got this build here, kind of like another barracks. We've got this little tower. And then, of course, the keep is this big structure right here, which is half done, sort of. We're kind of working on this other part of town down here. This is where we are today. We're doing the fishing village down here. So I'm going to grab... first I'm going to get rid of this giant bean block that I left in the middle of the dock. That's not supposed to be there. We need to grab some slabs, planks. Leave some stuff in here. We're going to need some of those. Maybe some of those. So I don't think this is all going to end up being wood. I think this area here is it's gonna be dirt. We're probably going to want to have some sort of like boat launch or beach or something here. And I'm wondering if this might benefit from having some slabs or something along here. I don't think I have any. No, I didn't bring the coarse dirt slabs. Rain. And thanks again very much, Oddly Curious Deer, for listening to the Spawn Chunks. I'm glad you like it. So I'm wondering if we wanted to get rid of that, did that, and then 1, 2, 3, and then waterlog those, if that would make sense. And look cool. Maybe you have to do this one too. Yeah. I don't know how much sense that makes from above. It's going to look a little bit strange. We're probably going to want to change these into slabs. Or maybe not all of them. And we could also come in here with some gravel and stuff as well. I do feel like we should probably change a lot of this to coarse dirt for now. Don't know if it's going to stay like that, but it looks better than the grass. First time today, not bad. Yeah, you're right. It's actually the first time it has rained today, isn't it? In the game. Better than real life rain. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think I've textured any of this, so this is going to be a bit challenging. Probably won't do it all right now. I feel like that looks pretty good. We're going to move these and fix the blocks we missed. And of course, I run out of coarse dirt. Nah, no one misses the rain. I agree. Alright, so there's a couple of things. I think I want to put in the roof and the wireframe for this building. And then figure out what we're doing with the building next to it. If it's even a separate building. We might even make it the same building, although that would be pretty big. So as of right now, they're a little tight together. We're probably going to want to have a one wide alleyway down here because of the top floor. So that changes that a little bit. And that won't be there. I'm not entirely sure if that's too tall. So let's move our little shulker setup. And we'll start with that one because it's a more important building. And then we'll move on to the other stuff. Hey, Fazu, how's it going? Haven't seen you a little bit. If anybody wants to share the stream, we're trying to grow the channel. You can do that by retweeting the tweet that is at Joel Duggan on Twitter, or just text a friend and say, hey, come on and hang out. I much prefer to have all of my stuff in one spot rather than being all over the place. I guess we could try dark oak. I'm not sure what we're going to do for the top of that. There we go. Now it's a thunderstorm. I can sleep. Like, it got really dark. So you can just sort of see where that other building is going to be. And my guess is that we have to do a dark oak roof for it to show up and look different. that, or we can try another deep slate roof, which could work. We've got a deep slate roof there. A cobble deep slate roof might look okay. So we'll try both of those. We also have to decide what kind of roof we want it to be. And for that, I need to find the images that I was looking at on Pinterest. But I can share that with you. So I've got a bunch of different boards. This is Joel Duggan Art on Pinterest. And I think it was in the buildings. I think it was in here. Looking at different things. This is sort of like a storage tower. It's like got a second floor to it. I should actually double check to make sure in Minecraft that I'm not going to get blown up or something. Hold on. I'm just going to park it on top of a roof here. So some of these are cool, like this kind of a thing where it's got 2 levels of the roof, but it goes out on the second level. I like using stuff from like JRPG art or from things like mobile games because they're usually kind of chunky and it makes it easier to translate it into Minecraft. None of those are exactly what I'm looking for. This is pretty close, actually. This green tower, like right here, this tower here is pretty close to what I want. I think we're gonna do like a four-sided roof, like that, and we're gonna use this like beam structure as well. I just have to decide how tall it's going to be. I don't like how it highlights the thing that your mouse is over because it darkens it and you can't see the image. I thought I saw... Oh, here's one. I think these are kind of fun too because they don't give you a lot of detail. You kind of have to make stuff up as you go because it's such a simple drawing. But I like this kind of stuff. Like that's a cool idea. Okay, I think a quick spin through here has got me some inspiration ideas. I don't want to save it. I want to look at it. A little bit more complicated than what I'm going for. Anybody recognize this? That's our front gate. Yeah, okay, cool. I think I have the shapes in mind that I'm looking for. So we will throw in a cross beam here with the blocks that I don't have on my inventory. I guess we'll use more of these. I'm going to go up on the back so that we can't see the scaffolding when we go to back to check it out. Mixed Screw Gun, a Wednesday stream. Be still my beating heart. Yes, we are streaming on Wednesday. Mixed Screw Gun resubbed at tier 1 for 11 months. Wow, you are 1 month away from the Space Keystone badge. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Always good to see you. Let's go with, I guess we'll go dark oak. And do we just go up at a 45? Always bring dirt when you're doing roofs. I say that, and scaffolding is actually a really good roof support block because you can build it in cool ways. Like you can totally just like I go in here in the middle, and I can like go this way. Very easily get like, oh, screw gun, you came here just in the right time. There are also no sirens in medieval Minecraft, but here we are. So you can come up here and do this, and then when you break it, it all just shatters down to the ground in a fun clash. So we'll go with, I guess, a slab. The hard part is that this is going to be very bright, so it's probably going to be distracting. That is, I think, too tall for starters. We're gonna have to knock that down by a block because I don't want it to compete with the height of the tower. So I want it to be at the most that tall there. And as far as the block choice, wow, that's a big building. Yeah, I'm correct also in that the scaffolding is very bright and distracting, but easy to remove. Not that blasting a bunch of dirt with a shovel isn't easy to remove at endgame, so 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other, whichever you prefer. Alright, let's try that again. I'm tempted to see what half of it would look like with a deep slate roof. Very, very tempted. Alright, so we want this to be at least a block lower. Which means Tiny Albert subscribed at tier 1 for 3 months in a row, unlocking the water keystone badge. Thanks very much, Tiny Albert. Really appreciate that. That's going to be there. And all of this is going to go. What? Mixed screw gun? He shows up and I start falling off of stuff just constantly. Let's just flat out structure this. So we have... I wish you could place scaffolding on the side of blocks. So I'm going to go there. And I'm just going to use dirt. Nope. Screw gun. Thought you'd join the sub train. Thanks very much. Does that get us close to a... No, it doesn't get us close to a hype train. Oh, no, yeah, it might. It might. Hi again, just wanted to ask a sort of weird question. Love Minecraft, but my family and my parents in particular think it is addictive and would say that I spend too much time on it. Talk to your parents. That's not a me decision. That's a discussion that you and your parents have to have. Balance is everything. I mean, I play a lot of Minecraft, but it's my job. Or part of my job. And even then, like I only play about 6 to, I guess probably closer between 6 and 12 hours a week. But again, like it's part of my streaming income. But as like a hobby thing, like there's lots of people that play video games a lot of the time. In my opinion, there are worse video games to be playing. I think Minecraft has a lot of creativity in it. And so it's certainly a more, we'll call it educational, for lack of a better way to say it. But I mean, like, if you're talking to your parents about how much time you spend on a video game, then defer to your parents. You know, I'm not going to make any suggestions to undermine them. Are there any parents in the chat that have kids that play Minecraft that want to share any thoughts? Because I don't have kids. I've got friends that have kids, but I don't have kids myself. How is this going to work? Oop, not there. We could even have a different color deep slate go up in the corners. That could work too. Yeah, really not sure how this is going to work, but we'll see. Take it easy, flight test. Have a good one. Bazu Battlecaster got your kids streaming gear. That's awesome. Best parent ever. What an awesome gift. That'd be great. Is that the right way? I don't think that's the right way. You have to go down one more. Yeah. I have to remember to collect all this. I'm starting to run out of wood, mostly because I leave it on the ground. I think it despawns. So all of this is going to be lower. It's tricky to try to climb down the middle of scaffolding. McScrewgun says, I have 2 kids, and all 3 of us play. Is absolutely 100% right. This is a decision for your parents and them and you alone. I and other people you have never actually met don't get to have any input on that level of decision. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good call. I think that's a good call. Have you asked your parents if they would play with you? Or they just don't have any interest? Because we're at a stage these days where like a lot of parents are gamers, right? Like that's a thing. I just need to get up higher. I like the shape of it. I don't mind the deep slate. As long as we had enough wood going up through the middle of it. I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a stone brick building, would be my guess. So we'll grab some of that too. Obviously we don't need all of this. Where did I get the sand? It must have been from the river, I guess. I don't need the coarse dirt right now either. So let's grab stone brickies. And I do want to bring some stone stairs as well. Because I've got a funny feeling I may want to drop this down a little bit. I'm thinking that I don't know if I want these to be stone or wood, but we're going to do this just so it's not cobble. At least not in the corners. Can you see your badge? Yes, Tiny Albert, I can see your badge. Your chat, your stream badge. I think we're gonna drop this down. And then I think something like that, maybe with a slab in the middle. Whoop! There's a giant pole there. It's only 1 meter wide, Joel. Try not to bash your face off it as you run by. Can you imagine walking past something that size and like not seeing it? That's ridiculous. So something like that. There may be more 3D stuff that needs to happen. But I think that's a pretty solid start. And then the front, I guess we could also do same thing along here. Not sure what is going to look best in the corners. Probably full blocks or slabs. Not really sure. They're both in their 40s. Sometimes Dad and I play Uncharted and do some other shooters together, but he has no interest in the genre. And your mom doesn't like video games. Yeah, that's a hard. I think as long as you can have an intelligent conversation with them and just state your case, then it's totally up to you guys. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get involved in a family discussion. For context, I'm in my 40s. We don't discuss personal ages in chat just for internet safety, but I'm okay telling people that I'm in my 40s. Some people are surprised by that, actually. McScrewgun says it's actually fun to play with my kids, and it has made it appreciate the game more now that I've joined. Oh, very cool. Used to think that McScrew's son, is that really the user handle for your son, McScrewgun? That's awesome. Play too much. Still do, but at least I understand it better. I guess that's the thing, right? It's funny how there's like certain like stigma around different things like video games. Like I spent my young years, I did play a lot of video games, but I spent most of my time drawing. And never did anybody say, go outside and play. You should do other things. It was always just like, sure, encourage the drawing, right? I think I like the Deep Slate. What do you think, chat? To bring the conversation back to what's What's happening on screen here? I think I like the deep slate. What does it look like up against the other builds? I'd rather than play a creative game like Minecraft than sit and glaze over watching TV, for example, but everyone's different. That's the thing, right? And the important thing is balance. Like, I don't want to play more Minecraft than I do, right? I would love to play other games on stream, but I'm trying to grow the channel, and right now Minecraft is what brings in the numbers and helps me get to the goals I want to hit. So I'm sticking with Minecraft, but I'd love to go back to like Oxygen Not Included, Borderlands 3. I own Horizon Zero Dawn that I've never played on PC, so I can check that out. I have an Xbox for people that don't know, so I didn't have access to the Horizon Zero Dawn game before. I also think the deep slate is different than the dark oak roofs in the background, so it helps those look unique. And it also is a nice tie-in with this gray. We could try some of the other things. I know deep slate tile is going to be too dark, but we could try the polished to see how that looks. Because it's very samey. Once we put the roof in, it's very, very samey. But I like the size of it. It's not a terribly big build. That's fine. What does this look like with a stair here? I think I like that better. Or would it be better to have stairs this way? I think I preferred it the other way around. Spent my time reading, chopping wood, stacking wood, wheelbarrowing wood, shoveling snow. You had a very similar childhood to mine. We had a wood stove when I was a kid, and I definitely spent a lot of time. I didn't move it very far. We just had to bring it in from outside. I don't know if I want a window here. I think I'd rather have this a solid build. That's looking pretty good. Let's commit to the deep slate, but I'll bring up the other kind of deep slate as well. Wow, don't remember where anything is. Polished deep slate or the bricks. That's why my parents moved south. They no longer had little CJ to shovel for them. That's great. That's hilarious. All right, so we'll remove the dark oak because I'm going to stick to the deep slate. Stick you right there. And then let's try tile. Nope, screw gun. I'm going to have to put some of this up front. Eventually, McScrewgun, your name is just going to become like so short. It's going to be like a grunt. Like Scruggun. Sounds like a war cry or something. And then we'll try the stairs, the stone deep slate bricks over here. It's exciting. These little builds come together so quickly. Great. I'm tempted to not use the slabs and use other stuff instead. I guess here would be like double slab. Probably slab here too, right? Oddly curious. Yeah, I'd say it's worth a conversation, right? Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Which texture are we liking? Obviously, I forgot to change the front there, so I'll do that. I'm definitely going with deep slate. I just don't know which. And it's not that we can't have multiple. You know, I kind of like the stone, the deep slate brick. Kind of looking good. It's hard when you're moving. This is very similar in color and contrast to the bottom with all the cobblestone, so that might be what's throwing me off. But that to me looks a lot more like roof tile. I like having this little alleyway here too. Grunts in agreement? Nice. Clever. Yeah, let's put in. I'm gonna bring the bricks even with the other things. We need more of those. I think I can get there right from deep slate because I've got a data pack. Yes. And then slabs. And I should bring the walls as well. Oh, I've got some stuff in there I need to collect. Go. So we'll just bring this all the way around. And we'll take a look at the two that we like the most next to one another. Not that we can't have like a couple of tile in there for texture later on, right? Is that side all done? I still don't know what to quite what to do here. This is why I brought the wall. That doesn't really help, does it? Yes, Stang Rice. I saw, I think 3 or 4 of my friends have texted me to say that the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer is out. I have not seen it yet, so please refrain from any details in chat. I'm going to watch it immediately there after the stream today and talk about it on the Citadel Cafe tomorrow with Alistair. Yeah, the tiles are very dark. I agree. I also find that in my build, like in this area, the tiles, when I've used them, they look fancy. And as we talked about earlier on the stream, this is meant to be a poorer part of town. But I'm also not above like having some buildings that look like they might have been financed or built by the town for this little fishing village, you know? So like that, there's stuff like that that I'm okay with, kind of like little suspension of disbelief. Your thoughts on the tile blocks? Do you want other kinds of tiles from the other stones or not? I don't know. I don't understand the question, CJ. So it's the right color. Blends in a little bit with those trees, but those trees won't make. Well, those trees are probably not going to be there, so I shouldn't worry too much about that. Those are right in the middle of the other part of town. I'm thinking we go with the bricks, and then we'll throw in a little bit of like cobble deep slate just for texture, for like maybe some stuff that's broken down, maybe a hole in the roof, something like that. So that's good. What do I want to do? How do I want to connect all these? I guess the other thing to think about is that I need to know what this building is for. I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of storage. Oops. Why do I not have enough stuff? I say that, and it would have been cool to actually step down into something, so we might revisit that idea. I don't need any of that up there. Create a little bit inside here. All right. First, inventory frustration. Must reduce. We only have deep slate tiles. Would you want to see tone and brickstone tiles? Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, sure. That's kind of, it's always cool, but like, I don't know if tiles and everything would necessarily be good because I don't really like, I'm not in love with the tile texture. I find it very repetitive. So it doesn't, for a tile texture, it doesn't tile very well. It gets very grid-like. So I don't know. Whenever people ask about like, do you want another texture? I'm like, sure. But as you just saw, it gets really frustrating in your inventory quite quickly. So I think they probably need to address stuff like that first. But yes, yeah, I mean, more options. What I would like is not necessarily tiles, but maybe like, it would be great to be have stone bricks in like a 4x4 in the same way that purpur is, you know, stuff like that would be cool. I'd like to have just straight up brick texture in things like andesite and diorite and granite, you know. So I guess I have to figure out where the second floor is going to be. And I'm guessing here. So probably, I'm right-handed, so I tend to want to go up. Oops, on right-hand sides of things. That worked out. Never know what to do about this kind of stuff where you've got these corners that you want to kind of bring up. And you don't want, you want to expand the room, but then you don't want this to be part of it. So we might end up having this texture be wood so that it shows up better or works better up here. But then it looks kind of funny down here. I think so anyway. And crackstone slabs. Yeah, see, like crackstone slabs are higher on my list than most things. We'll try this for now. I guess these don't matter because these would technically only be visible on the edges. Whoops, not what I wanted. I don't love that. The only way to get around that would be to continue this down. And that's just too much of the same for me. So in the corners, we'll have to figure out a way to cover that up somehow. And we could do it with furniture. We could, like, you know, crates and barrels. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Now, do we think that that is too low? Does that need to be wood? Could that be stone? I feel like it's probably better as wood. This doesn't have to stay logs either. Like that could be a different kind of wood. We can go with like stripped spruce. Not to ruin your party, but you're at the 3-hour mark. Uh-oh. It's all right. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. I should go anyway. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate that. That's kind of muddy and the same, isn't it? Well, we'll have to pick this up the next time I stream. But I think it's getting there. I like the reveal. You know, like you come into the little square here, and then there's obviously a very important building right there. It cuts the big empty forest behind it, which is nice. Obviously there'll be another roof here for that other building. I do want to try, it doesn't look very square. I guess we could extend this part here a little bit if we wanted to. I think it's just missing textures. And then we could figure out, I mean, there's certainly enough room that in the bottom that this could have a real purpose. Like there could be like a lot, like books and library. I feel like this should be like a, like an inventory, like lots of barrels and hay bales and like all kinds of like the village store, as in like the village storage would probably be what I would want to put in that. And Stenos is still streaming. Fantastic. Very, very cool. So don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to pass you on to Stenos, who is on a long-term world, I believe, and is doing some fabulous things in Minecraft. Very talented and very chill individual. I think you will enjoy them. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a follow and check me out on Twitter as well. That's where you'll get notifications when I go live, as well as notifications for surprise streams like this. Normally, I don't stream on Wednesdays. Normally, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you can also listen to the Spawn Chunks podcast. That is on Mondays at thespawnchunks.com, and the Citadel Cafe podcast that is recording tomorrow with my friend Alistair. We're going to be talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to watch it right now. And you will be able to hear us talk about Picard Season 2, Episode 1, the premiere. We're going to talk about that. This was fun. I'm really happy with where this is coming, and I'm really happy with how we saved the frustration from this little fishing hut in here. This in particular looks really cool, minus the ugly torch I forgot was on the ground. But yeah, quite happy with all of this. And we will see you Friday would be my next stream day. That I believe is scheduled for 4 p.m. Atlantic, but it might start at 3. So just keep your eyes peeled, and we'll see you then. Bye for now. Oh, I almost forgot. Patreon. Patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Join the Discord. It's fun. Okay, bye.